I wish something was funny around here, you know?
Yeah. Well,
all we have is Clip Show 2 from the Dinosaurs.
Honeys,
we're home.
Hello, and welcome to Sinclairity, a Dinosaurs Tale. I am your host, We're Gonna Need Another Timmy, along with my co-host.
Hey, you know me, your good old friend. I've been here since day one. Nobody can argue otherwise. This has been Hand Up Me.
Hey, Ben. How you doing?
Hey, sorry, I just decided every week I want to add a little bit more flavor to my name, and I'm just working on that a little bit, you know.
What kind of flavor? Cool Ranch?
Cool Ranch? That was Cool Ranch that time. Wow. We should do improv. That was fucking on. And there's a delay in our voice chat, so I know that was on par.
It's like we finish each other's sandwiches.
Interruption. Wait, fuck.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought we were doing a different bit.
No, that's the cow.
Shit, I failed.
The cow bit?
Well, I don't think... we can't finish each other's sandwiches because sometimes I have stuff that isn't vegan on mine.
I know, you eat a lot of Steak and Shake.
3 times since you've met me. Wait, no. Okay. I've eaten it a lot since you've met me.
That's more than enough times, Ben.
I ate 2 times I was at your house a few weeks ago, then 1 time just now.
So you haven't had it.
Do you want to bet on what I got?
I bet I can
I gotta
predict it right off the top of my head.
Or what I eat? What did I order?
You got the Frisco melt.
I did. Oh my god.
Yep.
Made in San Francisco herself.
Yeah, the Queen of Frisco. The
Queen of Frisco.
San Francisco. Frisco Dingo.
Frisco Dingo?
Yeah.
You mean Frisky?
No.
Oh, you mean that Archer? The Archer guy?
Yeah, Assy McGee.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Assy McGee existed. Somebody I worked with when I used to live in New Orleans as a audience. This is like a flashback. We're doing kind of a clip show here, but like back when I was in New Orleans, I remember I was working with a kid who was like 10 or 11 years younger than me, and he was like telling me about how he remember when he was really young, like a baby, that there was a show on Adult Swim where it was just an ass that was a cop.
A baby.
he was a little baby watching Assy McGee. And that boy grew up to be Ted Kennedy.
Ted Kennedy?
Yeah, he killed that girl.
Is he... which one's coming back from the dead?
Oh, I thought... Why would a Kennedy come back? I forgot about that whole QAnon thing. I think they meant John F. would be coming back, but like, why would... He was a Dem.
Because they love him.
Right? He was a Democrat.
No,
The QAnon loves JFK.
They resurrected his body to bring Trump back.
I thought only people from Boston were obsessed with JFK.
No, a lot of the Cuban population of Florida does not like him, though. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't speak for the Cuban population of Florida anymore. I got in trouble for trying to, so I don't know for sure.
As you should be.
But it seems like what you're saying has some merit to it. It might be true.
Yeah, there's a little thing called the Bay of War Pigs.
Oh, is that I get it. That's like it's a Black Sabbath reference or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Heavy metal music.
I've seen heavy metal, but we're not talking about cartoons today. We're talking about live action shows with puppets.
That's right. And we're talking about the show Dinosaurs from the 90s.
Yeah, for the first time ever. Actually, we'll be honest, that's kind of the point of our show. It's kind of what we do every week is we watch an episode of Dinosaurs and then we get on here and we talk about it, and we take a little nap sometimes, and we eat our vegetables, and then we tell you guys that we'll see you later.
Yeah, Ben eats Frisco melts though, not vegetables.
Hey, Frisco melts are the vegetable of the sea, my friend.
Oh, I thought that was pizza.
You know, chickens, but chickens are the vegetable of me.
Of you.
So I had a problem this week. We'll just kind of introduce you to our issue that we're having here. Is me and Tim, we forgot that you can only unlock this studio from the outside, and we walked into the studio and the door kind of self-closed on us, and we are stuck in the studio, and there's no Dinosaurs episodes in here.
You're right.
I don't know what we're supposed to do.
I think Brian kicked us out of the studio.
I fired him.
Yeah,
but I did tell him to come in this weekend.
Yeah, but
I wasn't going to pay him.
I don't think you took his key back.
I never gave him Oh, you know what? I did give him my keys that one time.
Yeah, you did.
I remember now.
I saw.
Well,
them.
I needed his fingerprints on them because I didn't want to take a fall for that my crime I committed. So. I gave. It was just a little trick I was trying to play on him, but I guess it backfired, and now we're stuck in this studio.
That's right, and we're stuck in the studio, and we had to watch the clip show from season 3 over and over again.
Oh my god! The first time we watched it, it felt like the 10th time. You know what I mean? Like it's only gotten exponentially worse.
Yeah, and if you find folks who have been listening to us for a while know we covered the other clip show, so there's been more than one clip show for this series that didn't last very long.
Yeah, I mean it was like a network requirement for sitcoms to do this back then because we didn't have the ability to like watch reruns whenever we want. Like you have to like be tuned in at the right time. So they wanted people to get a gist of what the show was.
Yeah, Ben.
Oh no, shit.
I think.
Oh no, hold on.
I think the cops found us. We're stuck in here.
Okay. Well, okay. I think we're. Okay. Fuck. You know what? I should have started banging on the door to get their attention. But when I first heard the sirens, I was thinking about that body and the keys and the fingerprints, and I got a little scared.
That's fine. Brian would have taken the fall.
That's true. It's also I don't think it's illegal to be like dressed so nice that you're dressed. Hold on.
What are you talking about?
Sorry. This is hard to do this in here in this studio. Usually we have our jokes from Brian on the that we go off of
on the teleprompter.
Like, this is a hard week. Yeah, on the teleprompter, on the smelloprompter. Let's be real. We can't afford a teleprompter.
We can smell.
We do have a smelloprompter, which is the smells are the strongest sense memory. So we smell like a little apple with a little cinnamon in it. We know that we're supposed to make a joke about like cinnamon apple pie. Really, all it does is help us write jokes about food, so I don't know.
It's very specific to the smell and the food. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much, it might actually just be that we record our show in the back of a Applebee's. I could be confused.
Yeah, like fancy like Applebee's.
Yeah, like right next to the microwave that they put the steaks in.
Is that where they put them?
They put them in my belly, I'm telling you what, son.
They feed you?
Blow your nose.
Do they force feed you?
Wait, what was that noise? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I blew my nose. What about it?
You were just going to keep running past it as if that wasn't something you just did that killed the audio?
I was trying to make a joke. Well, okay.
Wait, the joke is blowing noses?
No, the joke was that Applebee's...
What is the joke then? The joke is that you blew your nose and nobody barfed?
The joke is that... The joke is that Applebee's force feeds you, and they feed you the steaks. That's the joke.
I was reading this book about experimental psychological weaponry and non-lethal weaponry being tested by the U.S. military, such as like playing these boots are made for walking, like at full volume outside of a building where there's hostages being held, that kind of thing. And what was interesting is they at no point tried to do anything with like force feeding Applebee's to people until they confess, and I think that would work.
It probably would. You think they do that at Guantanamo Bay?
I hope they don't do anything there anymore, but I think they might still.
They definitely do, Ben. I'm pretty sure.
What, Obama didn't shut down Gitmo?
I mean, come on.
And I voted for him twice.
Twice. Maybe 3 times.
Yeah. No, that was just my grandma. She wouldn't stop voting for him. That's a good callback to episode 1 of the podcast.
That's why Trump won in 2016.
I think that was episode 4, whichever one was hurling day. We made a joke about my grandma voting for Obama way too many times.
For every election, local, state, didn't matter.
She thought that was reparations, and I was like, Grandma, you need to do more. You can't just keep voting for Obama. Like, she's like, but I retweet AOC all the time. I'm like, Grandma,
your grandma has a Twitter?
You're not doing enough. My grandma has a Twitter, yeah.
What's your grandma's?
Yeah, it's Ben Hand Up Meets Grandma at twitter.com.
That's not a Twitter handle.
Actually, it's at DRIL.
Oh, your grandma's drill?
Yeah, this whole time. She looks like Jack Nicholson.
That's amazing.
It's not actually a picture of Jack Nicholson on that account. That's just my grandma.
It's just she sits courtside for the Lakers games?
Oh, she does whatever she wants. She has Twitter.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You can't stop her.
She voted for the same man multiple times.
And he won. Well, I guess not the time she voted for him after he was done being in office, because that's not how it works. Yeah. But I think it still made her feel like a winner.
Yeah, look at me. I'm a winner.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need a win. And I think that we're the type of people who, like, when somebody gives us apples, we eat the apples or they go bad, whatever. You know, we make the best of a worse situation. And I think that we can take this situation we're in, where we're stuck in the studio, I think is what we said in the fiction, and that we only have the episode of the Clip Show 2 to watch, and I don't have internet. That part's true, at least.
Yeah. But do we even know who like directed this and like who wrote it?
It doesn't matter, but I do know. I do happen to know. It is directed by Tom Turbovich, and it's written by David A. Kaplan and Brian LePan.
Okay.
Yeah, they did a great job for the 2 minutes of original material they wrote for this episode. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah. So
you know what? We're professionals. We won't do a clip show. We could have just done a clip show this week, but guess what? We don't have good clips, so we just have to do it again, like normal people.
Yeah, that's right. Normal people, quote unquote.
We are normal people. We are hard-working Americans. We're not the type of people who. Okay, hold on. We need to get over this real quick before we get into this clip show. That doesn't matter. Anything interesting happened to you this week, Timothy?
No.
At all?
I got a shirt in the mail. It's nice.
Oh shit! What kind?
It's a CM Punk shirt.
Oh, okay. That's a wrestler.
I pre-ordered it a long time ago. It finally came in. So
did you forget about it?
For a little bit, yeah.
That's my favorite thing, is when I forget that I have a pre-order and then I get something that feels like it's free.
Yeah, which is funny because I actually had to talk to someone who works for Target yesterday for work.
Ugh, the worst.
And I ended the Zoom call being like, "Hey, so where's my action figure that I pre-ordered?" And he didn't know what I was talking about, but I thought it was funny. And then like almost immediately he's like, "Okay, guys, I gotta go." He did not want to talk to me about that.
That sucks, man. That was a pretty good joke you had for him too.
I know.
He just left you hanging.
It was a slow pitch, and he just needed to hit a home run. He didn't do it.
Speaking of home runs, somebody was walking down our stairs, not running, and fell and broke their arm in 3 places. And that part, I don't know if I've mentioned that before. It happened the first night I was here, but now they are suing my landlord for the damages of their arm. And I just wanted to give that a little bit of attention here, because I think it is a really weird thing to be up to. I don't know. I've fallen a lot in my life, and it's never been not my fault.
Yeah. Wait a minute. They try to say like the landlord pushed him down the stairs.
They're just like, I don't know. They're sitting in an adjuster to take photos of our stairs, which just look like stairs. So I don't know I don't know.
Well, good luck. I
was originally, I felt Yeah, I felt bad for them because they don't have health insurance, and neither do I. So I know that gambit. I know that whole game. But I also wouldn't just like be like, hey, I was really messed up, pretty drunk or whatever, fell down, and I want to blame these stairs. I think these stairs fucking tripped me.
Justice for the stairs.
Yeah, so I just wanted to like, since we live in a world where trials against people who deserve to be imprisoned or whatever forever don't work out, we need to know that at least there's some people out there just who are able to use the legal system to sue somebody because they were drunk and fell down 2 stairs. We live in a very balanced society somehow, you know?
Yeah, it's the state of Ohio versus stairs. What's gonna be?
I get a lot of stares when I'm walking around in Ohio. Believe me.
You think the judge will be the stairmaster?
No, because that's not the stairs friend. A stairs friend is like
the banister,
like a little. Yeah, the ban. Oh yeah, that's right. It's gonna be the banister. There's a handrail on these stairs. There's nothing on them. There's no. It's I don't know. She also has a GoFundMe. I was gonna give money to it, but now I feel a little bit weird about it.
For the stairs?
Because look, here's the thing. I have to live with those stairs. You know?
It's gonna be
gotta be on their side.
It's gonna be awkward, you know?
Yeah, like the stairs are gonna like find out about this, and they're gonna think that we're like secretly like on her side, you know?
And they might come for you. The stairs might come for you next.
Oh my god. I hope not. What if the adjuster comes over and he's like, I see his name tag and it says Escher, and then he walks out and he was like, oh no, he adjusted the stairs, and then I look around, there's stairs like going up and down and all these impossible angles and directions like an MC Escher painting.
Like Squid Game.
I've only seen the episode of SpongeBob where Squidward goes to a society where they all look like him. Is that Squid Game?
It could be.
What about the game Octodad?
No.
That game where you're a squid?
You're not a squid, you're an octopus.
There's legally no difference. It's like turtles and tortoises, otters and penguins. Like they're all the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I think we could save a lot of time this way. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well,
because the amount of time somebody corrects me when I say something is a tortoise that is a turtle, and vice versa, it's happened at least twice, and I don't want it to happen anymore because I feel stupid.
What's a ghoul to a goblin?
What's a penny to a pound?
I don't know, but should we talk about this episode?
What are you clicking?
It's a pen.
Let's talk about what you're doing with this audio.
It's a pen.
You blew your nose, and then now you're drumming.
Look, Ben. I'm trying to hold my attention here, and
there's other ways to do it that do not affect the audio for our episode of our podcast.
Well, this is a perfect episode. I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh yeah, well they did, like we said, 2 minutes of original material. All 2 minutes of it was pretty good.
Yeah, we get the return of the same scientist from last time.
Yeah, the paleontologist Sir David Tushingham.
Yeah, but they don't say his name, but you can his name is used in if you watch with closed captioning.
Oh, that's confusing because I watched it with closed captioning, so I was about to argue with you and be like, I know they said his name, I saw it.
Oh,
but I must have just been reading it.
Maybe, yeah, because it said like Tushingham, and it said what they said.
Yeah, PhD, Oxford Community College. I took a picture of it on my projector while I was watching it. That exact moment. That's very convenient because we don't have notes.
That's great. Do you ever have did you ever have like a movie or a show spoiled for you because of closed captions?
Like a joke was about to happen, or what? Like what spoiled to what degree?
So, say a show introduces like a new character, and it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be like a big reveal, but then when they speak, it says their name, and you're like, "Wait a minute!"
The killer.
Yeah, yeah.
This is something that I've done this with IMDb on accident when I was getting watching a show. like I was trying to like look up like what a random role was played by type thing, but it was like it mentioned one of the main characters and it said they played 2 characters in the show, and I'm like, that's not a thing. And then I was like, oh, they're gonna do some dumb twin shit later, aren't they? Like there was this evil twin the whole time, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. It's very funny when that happens. So.
I wish something was funny around here, you know?
Yeah. Well,
all we have is Clip Show 2 from the Dinosaurs.
Well, it's a different concept than the first Clip Show, because the first Clip Show was supposed to be like a documentary, but this one is just an infomercial.
Yeah, they're selling a paleontology license, which I think is I feel like this is something, Tim, like we've talked about this before. You said you don't remember seeing this episode as a kid, but I think you did when you were too young to make like conscious memories. But you were like, it definitely got in there, and this is why you wanted to grow up to be a paleontologist. Or what was it that your aunt or your grandma said you wanted to be?
My aunt said a proctologist.
That's hilarious.
It'd be a butt doctor.
And in a way, you kind of are a proctologist once a week when you deal with me. I'm an asshole.
All these assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but...
Hold on. Wait. Laugh break. We're waiting for people to finish laughing at my joke about the proctologist.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go on.
They can't hear the rest of the dialogue over their laughter.
Exactly. They're probably still laughing, but we can keep going.
No, but if I was a kid and I saw this episode and I heard that it only cost $89.99 to become a paleontologist, I would have totally bought that for sure.
I think it was like $89.97. You know what I mean?
Oh, like 1997?
No, I think I was just doing the math like a jerk.
Oh.
To be 3 payments of $29.99 is $89.97. You know what?
No one likes math.
I think I'll take this time.
Ben, no
yeah,
one.
I know. I'm saying I think I'm going to use the time that we're stuck in the studio to become a better person, and I'm going to not do things like that anymore.
Okay, you do that. It's going to be a while, so you got a lot of time.
Technically, the syntax for that sentence you just said was a little bit erroneous, and I think that we should. You know what? This is the thing I was just talking about.
That automatically makes you a bad person, no matter what.
Can we do a thing? Can we? Okay, look. Every time I start to do that, like a well actually or correction, I just want you to slap me really hard.
Okay. Like that?
Maybe you shouldn't do that while we're in an enclosed space. It's gonna. I had a reaction I wasn't expecting.
Oh, okay. Well, next time I'll warn you before I tell you that I have Matilda powers.
You have what powers? Matilda powers? Oh no! It's happened. It's happened. I gotta call the government.
Well, that's okay. I got him on speed dial.
Wait, which Matilda powers do you have? Do you have the kind where you can move stuff with your mind, or do you have the kind where your dad is the narrator?
My dad's the narrator.
Okay, that's fine. I can live with that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that's happening to you, but I can live with it.
I know. Every day I wake up and they're just like, and then he woke up, and it just goes all day.
Oh man, you must feel like you're in a Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's oh, I get it, Ferrell and wild. You know what? You should spend this time while we're in here making puns more.
No.
We should do like a list of things that we want to accomplish while we're stuck in the studio, because we could be in here for years.
Yeah, but I'd rather accomplish finishing recording this. I think that would be a much.
That's actually smart. That will clear out my It's good to. We have one task at hand. If we finish that task as quickly as possible, then we can focus on everything else.
That's right.
So that's a good idea. Let's plan out everything else first, though, real quick, and then we'll. Oh no, you just said fuck. You're right. Okay, so let's talk about the clip show, and we'll talk. Wait, this is the second clip show already? How many do they have for the whole show?
Like the whole run of the series?
Yeah, how many? Like they have 65 episodes of Dinosaurs, something like that.
I think there's only 2.
There's only 2 clip shows? That sucks, man. Because this show has a lot of good clips. They didn't even I noticed they did some of the flashbacks to the TV clips.
I know.
which were the only good flashbacks they had, honestly.
They didn't have Triceratops.
What? What did you say?
They didn't have Triceratops, but they had.
That's where I was going.
Yeah.
See? We are on the same sandwich.
They had Captain Action Figure though.
Yeah, and that's good. That's a good little meta advertisement type thing.
Yeah,
A little reference to that during their advertisement for the paleontology books.
Yeah, which do you remember? I know we don't have any notes, but do you remember some of the titles of the books? Because some of them were funny.
I can make them up on the spot if you want.
There's some that you could probably make up on the spot because that's what they were. But like, there was one. It was just like, it was like the male dinosaur, the female dinosaur, right? And then it was like one was just like dinosaurs just hanging out.
Yeah. just dinos being dinos. Nothing better than that.
And we get it's just like a lot of jokes about that. Like, if paleontologists are very rich, that was the whole joke through the whole thing, which is probably not true.
I assume it's not true because like I wouldn't give them my tax money, so I assume nobody else is.
Yeah, and we also get some funny cameos, like our friend and past guest Bill Beretta as himself.
Yeah, our close friend. Let's be sure about that. And huge fan of our podcast, Bill Beretta.
Yeah, he's
so. Speaking of, we got to see him. Yeah, you mentioned he was wearing a flannel, which is pretty meta.
Yes, very meta. And he's so happy to be a paleontologist because he's rich now.
Yeah, so much fucking money. It was interesting. I watched this episode with the most people I've ever watched one for our show with. It was with my mom and my ex's kids and a dog. I just wanted to keep listening because there was a dog there and I thought it was important. But my mom and my ex's youngest kid were both wearing red flannels while Bill Beretta was on screen in his red flannel. And I was just like, these people are all in cahoots. I knew it this whole time.
Was the dog wearing flannel?
Well, I gotta be honest, the dog was naked. I felt really uncomfortable about it.
Ooh, yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're
no collar or anything.
Hanging out with naked dogs.
I just didn't want to be the one person, like, when I looked around when the dog came in to see if anybody else was upset or gonna leave, and nobody else did. So I didn't want to be weird about it.
Well, I'm glad you, read the room, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I also saw The Room, the movie. I read The Disaster Artist, but close enough. You got it close.
Oh, yeah. There's a dog in that one. Is that dog naked?
That's actually the same dog. It's the Oh Hi Dog.
Oh,
Hi Doggy.
Oh Hi Doggy. Yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
Ohio.
I just I would say that if I was a paleontologist, I would use the money to make movies just like that fucking The Room guy does.
Yeah, because
just my name plastered as every role, and then I just star in it, and it's bad.
You wouldn't have enough money.
No, if I was a paleontologist, I get big fat checks in the mail. You saw that lady; she was getting her big fat check out of the mail. She couldn't even carry it; it was so big.
Yeah, she got to do it at home. She got to do tests at home. Yeah,
and this was 1994, before the internet.
Yeah, you can't just do that. You'd have to pay like $110,000 to go to a fancy university.
And that was 1991 money.
Yeah, so you save $1,000 if you buy.
$101,000 now is like $1 million.
It's like 9/11 times 100.
You don't mean it's Team America.
Yeah, this they played.
No, continue pausing for laugh break.
No,
a reference to a movie.
They played some of the better clips from this season. Like they did the episode where baby pees. Well, insinuated that baby pees on Earl.
So you thought that was a good clip. I want to highlight this for a second. You thought that was a good clip. When I saw that joke the first time, I was just like, I was angry. I was angry that they thought they could just make that as a clip.
Why? You don't think it's funny that he just...
Why would he have a water gun? I don't think it's... Because why does he have a water gun? Where did it come from?
That was the joke.
It's too convenient.
That was the joke, Ben.
That to me, that's not a joke. That's serious.
That's the joke.
What if the water gun was... Okay, it's
real.
Here's what would be funny is if the water gun was full of piss, like in that one movie with Fred Savage. It's not water, it's piss. You know?
I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah.
There was a movie where he like shoots like his bully with a water gun, and he like is like, oh, water gun. He's like, oh, it's not water, it's piss.
What do you don't want to?
I think Baby should have said that after he squirted him with the water.
I mean, there's one thing.
That's actually, you know what? I want to do that from now on. I'm gonna carry around a water gun with my own piss in it.
Okay. Are you gonna be hydrated or dehydrated?
Well, it just depends. Whether the restaurants I go to allow me to bring in my own piss.
Oh, when you go into the Steak and Shake, do you ask, hey, what's your self-piss policy?
They actually, Steak and Shake has a very firm 2 shakes only policy.
2 shakes only? Shake it 3 times, you're playing with yourself? Is that what?
Yeah, it's called the Billy Joel clause.
Oh.
Wait, that's his name? What's it, Billy Joe Madden? Wait, no, Joel Madden?
Billy
Madden?
Billy Joel Madden.
It's the Billy Joel clause. Okay, you tell me that you don't believe me that Billy Joel has been caught with his dick out at a Steak and Shake. Come on.
Billy Joel almost ran my dad over.
Good. Wait, you said almost?
Yeah.
He owes me $100.
my dad is suing the car.
Stairs don't kill people. Stairs kill. Wait.
Stairs don't kill people. Landlords do.
That ain't untrue. I do think it's fishy that people are okay with going around calling themselves Lord in 2021 in any kind of way, except for the singer.
I was gonna say.
I'm not. Yeah. Don't worry. I was on it. She has released 3 great albums. I'm not going to talk shit about her. She can call herself whatever she wants.
Yeah.
But Landlords is a really cringy title.
Yeah, but not Dear Landlord.
And why don't we get to be called Serfs?
I don't know, because
we should be called Land Surfs.
Land Shark.
Land surfing is skateboarding, though, so I don't know.
Is it?
I think skateboarding already has that one down.
I guess you think snowboarding is more like that? Because there's no wheels?
Okay, so I watched this documentary about Dogtown, and it was kind of talking about how skateboarding was literally like designed to be like surfing on land.
Oh.
So I think snowboarding probably came out before skateboarding.
Oh, okay.
I guess here's what I think. I think it's all the same action. You're just changing the terrain up. Like there's probably some sand surfing you could be doing. There's like internet web surfing.
People love running trains.
People do that. Mm-hmm. You can surf a train. You can
surfing in the morning.
Hey,
surfing at.
Hey, look, I have nipples. Tim, you can surf me.
Okay, all right. The joke's dead. The joke's dead.
Oh no! Are we gonna have a funeral? Are we gonna have an in memoriam for the joke?
We already did that bit last week.
You start singing the song, and I'll just list the jokes that I'm no longer allowed to make on the show.
Yeah, you can't make those jokes anymore because that character doesn't exist. We can't talk about Spike anymore.
Well, yeah, but I'll do I'll say, okay, I can't make jokes about how you can still get pregnant from pre-blank. I can't make jokes about
Coke no more.
Coke no more. I knew you were going there. Fucking got it. Can't make, but they say you can't rap like Macklemore. I don't smoke crack no more. Anyway, so I would say this is a hard episode to do because there's not really a structure that I care to follow.
Yeah,
like we get the infomercial, we get to see Bill Beretta as a paleontologist, we get a few other people like saying like, oh yeah, it's pretty great, do this, you'll be rich, and then we have like the hard pith helmet,
$500 for the hat.
Yeah, a piss helmet. He had a lisp though, so it sounded like piff.
Kiss. Like the band?
Piss helmet. You want this piss helmet?
Like that? Oh, well, I mean, if you're going to carry it around, right? You might as well.
I think a pith helmet, a pith helmet would be a good idea because sometimes there's splashback at the urinal.
Yeah, that's true. And this is like
I guess never all the way up to my head.
It's more like a bowl, you know, that you can pee in.
Well, if you want to catch your pee and save it for later in case you have a water gun at home.
Yeah, well, you'll need a funnel, though.
So, speaking of, like, splashback and pissing, one time I was at a swap meet. What are those called? Like a flea market. And I was at the urinal, and a good friend of mine, for some reason, I don't know why I still call him a good friend, stood next to me at a urinal. And he's just like, looks over at me and he says, "Hey, look down." I look down and he's peeing on my shoes.
That is so gross. It's not funny. It's not funny at all.
I gotta say, that's the hardest I've ever laughed. I was not expecting it.
And what'd you do? You threw out your shoes?
No, I don't think I did anything.
You didn't do anything. You just
I was
laughed.
gonna say, like, maybe I washed it, maybe I put water on, but I really think I just was like, got pee on my shoes. Let's keep going through the swap meet.
Piss is piss.
I don't know, man. I just think that sometimes I forget that I should stop and appreciate the little things like that. I have a friend who is willing to commit to the bit enough to just piss on my shoes in public.
And if there's one thing we learned about doing this show over the past year or so is that you should always commit to the bit.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say trigonometry, but you're right. That's the other thing we learned.
No one likes math, Ben.
Why? I just wanted this. I think my next podcast that me and you will do, but I'm gonna call mine, is gonna be about math, and then you'll see.
Oh, okay. You're gonna make it fun?
I didn't say that, but I will crunch the numbers and see if it'll work.
Well, Ben, you can't just piss on my shoe and call it fun.
Well, that's a really funny joke because if you were here a minute ago, I was telling a story about how. Hey, I forgot. That's probably now I understand. You know what? You're getting good at this.
Speaking of piss, I gotta go. I gotta go pee.
Did we? Okay, well, we have to designate a pee corner then.
Okay, it's the northwest corner of the room.
I don't have a fucking compass with me. Oh, did you ever notice the word compass is come and piss? Anyway, we'll be right back after these messages. Do you ever feel like you and your friends say funnier things than anyone ever, and like maybe you should have a podcast about it?
I sure do.
Yeah, this is a very, very... What we're trying to do here, if that's a good example, is we're bad at ours, and we're trying to sell our podcast to people like you.
Yeah, because we're just, not gonna lie, we're pretty burnt out.
Yeah. What they don't tell you is after you do like 62 of these, you don't feel any less burnt out than you did after you did 10 of them, and you were super burnt out already.
Yeah, especially after a week at your physically and mentally taxing job that actually pays you.
Yeah, and it's funny that the things that we want to do in life don't pay us, and the things we don't want to do in life don't pay us enough. It's hilarious, actually. And I would, and if you find things like that funny, then like yeah, of course you should just. How about you just try on Sinclairity, a Dinosaurs Tale for size? See how you like it.
Yeah. So go to your local electronics store and get a $50 microphone and get some headphones. Mm-hmm. And maybe you already have a computer, maybe you don't. And download Audacity for free and get Zoom for free, or if you want to pay for it. And sit down with your friends and be funnier than we are.
Hey, we're back. Sorry about that infomercial. We're desperate.
Please, send help.
And here's what it sounds like when we've had a minute to think of a segue. Speaking of pissing on my shoes, they did have that clip from that one episode where fucking Earl sits Baby on the toilet and Baby's like, "Why is there a hole in this seat?" He's like, "Look, kid, it's your friend, and you know what you do with any good friend is you sit on them and you leave a gift inside of them." Just fucked up.
And then 9 months later, it's a baby.
Hopefully it's a dud. Do they really have a 9-month gestation period, like just like humans?
Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
But in the show, did they reference 9 months as their like thing?
I don't know.
If only we had like a clip show of some kind to show some old episodes, then we'd know the answer.
Episodes from the LeMay's class. From that episode.
What'd you call it, Billy Mays class?
The Billy Mays class. You're gonna love my nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely Billy Mays. You got that one right.
Vince from Slap Nuts.
Have you been to Lamaze class? Do you have to do that if you're getting married or just if you're getting pregnant?
No, I don't think you have to do it if you're getting married. You could go if you want, I guess.
Yeah, but I assume that this was a shotgun wedding.
You could like hire a pregnant person.
Oh, trust me, I know you can hire a pregnant person. I've done it plenty of times.
Yeah.
What? Like, sometimes you got to trick your family into thinking life's going really good.
So you hire a pregnant person to come with you to Thanksgiving?
Yeah, as my steed. I ride on their back.
You ride on the back of a pregnant person?
Look, it sounded funnier in my head, and then in real life it sounded weird as fuck.
It's very, very weird. Much like
also, I'm not donkey friendly. I weigh a little bit too much to be riding on people's backs.
Yeah, but you are an ass.
Wow. You know what? I'm glad that I told you to spend this time locked in the studio working on jokes, because that was better than the last one. I think it's really funny that I said I wasn't going to do any correcting or anything. That's definitely bordering it. Yeah, what I just did.
Yeah.
And then also
You're not
that
changing.
I have the nerve to ever mention somebody's joke not being good.
We already did it.
Trust me, I hear myself talk when I talk, and I know it's bad.
We're already begging people, to host.
No,
the
we have to
podcast.
pretend that we don't know about the commercials when we're doing this.
Are you sure?
Because I was watching TV recently just to figure out what it was, and I noticed that the actors never talk about the commercials that were on, which I think is weird. Because I saw this commercial where these people were talking about how hot it was outside, and that was going to be another scorcher tomorrow, and that they should call Sears. And then when they got back to the show, I was expecting that big that Blake guy with the curly long hair to be like, Sears doesn't exist anymore. But he didn't say shit about it. They just continued doing some workaholic type shit.
Oh, you were referencing Workaholics. That's what you were.
No, I was watching 30 Rock.
Oh, I don't get it.
I just thought that those guys should also be on 30 Rock, and they weren't. I had a lot of things that I thought should be different when watching TV, and they weren't.
Yeah.
I had a bad day, Timmy, I had a bad day on TV.
Yeah, you had a bad day watching TV, much like how we had a bad day talking about this episode.
What I do like about this episode is that we have the ability to, our notes for it could be very little, not a lot we had to do, and that was great because I would decide to go the full 9 miles. Is that a thing? I don't know. The whole 9 yards. I went all the way basically and did no notes at all.
Yeah, neither did I. I just watched it while I ate lunch.
I watched it and then decided I didn't need to remember any of it because it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth our time.
Yeah. There is a part though at the end. Also, you know what was funny? Well, not funny, but was weird was that the clip show had a cold open.
That's true. That is for a show that's the whole point of it, an episode being like a thing that's supposed to convince you to watch a show. It is weird to not start with just the theme and telling busting right into what the show is.
Yeah, because then the theme and stuff has clips from the actual show, which you're not gonna see.
Which is very that's a very weird thing because it's like a double clip show in that way. It's definitely like Exhibit putting a car in your car. It's like a hat on a hat. It's like Inception.
Yeah,
it's a lot of things.
Yeah, it's like a turkey.
You know what I gotta say also? That the 30 Rock episode I watched also wasn't about the movie Inception. I don't get why people watch TV.
Uh, I don't think
It isn't just the things you think, you know?
Yeah, I don't know why anyone watches it anymore. They don't pay for cable.
The worst part is, after I watched it, I went outside and I saw this really interesting, cool-looking hipster guy, and he asked what I do for a hobby, and I wanted to tell him I didn't own a TV, but I couldn't now because I watched it finally. And I told him that I watched TV, and he laughed. He laughed at my face.
Yeah. No TVs. I cover it up with a blanket.
You covered up with a blanket? Like you were covered up during that Halloween episode we recorded?
Oh, yeah, that was not fun.
Remember that time? Hold on, we're going to do a sound effect that shows us going back to that time. We're going to act it out.
Okay.
That part won't be on the podcast. So that's just a little editorializing. So, oh yeah, I remember when you wore that blanket. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey Tim, where are you?
I'm under the blanket.
Oh, cool. And we're recording a Halloween episode. Whoop, 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 whoop. That was crazy.
Wow. How'd we do that?
I know. I thought you'd be impressed by that because I didn't tell you that I knew how to do that before the episode.
We went back in time?
I can go back to any moment in history. Our history especially is easier, but even if we weren't there, I could figure it out.
Oh, well, can you go to Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, ready?
Uh-huh.
Boop, 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 boop. Hey, Josh Hartnett, I'm in this movie with you.
Hi.
And I'm a different actor. I'm Ben Affleck.
Hi. Well, I was gonna make a Ben Affleck joke. No, come on.
Well, this day will live in infamy.
Oh boy.
See, I don't want this to turn into like an improv show where I start asking the audience to give me a location or like a character. But that's pretty much like, I mean, if you want to play around with this effect, Tim, I have a million settings. I adjust little tiny settings, and I can do any clip from any point in time.
Is that
verbatim?
Is that only in the office though, where we're stuck?
In the studio? No, I can't do any scenes from The Office. I've never seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit. I kind of missed that one, you know.
Yeah, Well, you didn't have a television.
I was studying The Blade.
You didn't have a television.
Yeah, I was studying The Blade. I was watching the Blade trilogy on repeat until I can remember every line.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite line?
Oh my god! Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm Blade, bitch. I think it was that one. That's from the fourth one.
Yeah. There are some funny lines in that movie, though. I don't know if you actually know that.
That one, they replaced Wesley Snipes because he didn't come back for the fourth one, and Cuba Gooding Jr. plays him in the fourth one, so it's a little different.
Oh.
The tagline was "This ain't your daddy's daycare."
This is Snow Dogs.
It's just Snow Dogs. You know what? You're right. That was a clip from Snow Dogs. You remember the part when he's in the Iditarod race and he looks back at the dog, and the dog up front's name is Blade, and he just says, "I'm Blade, bitch," and he's like, "You talk? That's what you sound like?" You know what? As much fun as this is, I do worry that when you're listening to a podcast without a obvious structure to it or a timeline for when it will be over, I get anxious, and I'm sure people are very anxious at this point.
You killed me.
I should have done a laugh break for Tim to laugh about the concept of a snow dog saying I'm Blade. That's what you sound like? Oh, that is music to my ears.
We might as well just end the episode now, because I don't think it's gonna get better than that.
What we're gonna say is the clip show. Pretty much that was it. It was just clips from the show, and you've seen the show. You've seen Dinosaurs. You can just go back and watch whichever clips you choose to watch. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone tell you what to do.
Yeah, and then it ends with him asking that lady out on a date, and she says, "Okay," so they go and have consensual sex, I guess.
Is that what you think dates are? Because I've been on plenty of dates. I've never had sex, so.
Well, them specifically. Just those people.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, I'm a they them, so I'll figure it out one day. But yeah, we could say that we're done with the clip show. We don't need to talk about it anymore. We're gonna do a little quick segment that I like to call "We Thank People Who Helped Us Make the Show."
Oh, is that the name of the segment?
Yeah, but we're gonna do it in a fun, like, kind of gimmicky way.
Oh no!
You know, like add a little twist to it.
Oliver.
So here's what we'll do. No, here's what we do. You're gonna thank our producer, and you're going to do it while doing an impression of any wrestler you choose. But I have to be able to tell which wrestler it is.
Oh no! You're making me think on my feet.
Yep, I have to guess it. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. Our producer's name is Zach, by the way. I know you usually ask me off the mic so that he doesn't know you forget his name, but I'll just tell you there.
Yeah, I know.
Lou's dad.
Yeah, Lou's dad. We all know who that is.
Doxing his kids.
Well, you see, when you look at me and then you look at Zach, you could see that that's clearly not true. Because I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
Oh, is this Brock Lesnar?
No. That's not Brock
Ric Flair.
Lesnar. No, we can't say he's canceled.
Macho Man.
No.
Hulk Hogan?
Nope. He's racist.
Big Show.
Nope.
CM Punk.
Nope.
Oh, fuck. Rob Van Dam.
I don't think you're going to get this one, Ben.
Jake the Snake Robinson.
Nope.
Kane?
Nope, not the mayor.
Abel?
That was not a wrestler, believe it or not.
Kane and Abel? Sable. Kane and Sable.
Sable was, yes.
No, who were you, though? It's not funny to hear me just keep naming people.
You just kept going. I was just going to keep.
Yeah, it was my fault. I didn't say it was your fault. I'm just saying I know it wasn't funny.
I was doing Scott Steiner, the big bad booty daddy.
You had to choose somebody I've never heard of.
How have you never heard of Scott Steiner?
You're like, he's the king of the tut sound. He hits the high C all night long. Plays the saxophone with a kink in it. Like, I don't fucking know this guy.
What are you talking about?
All right, you give me an impression to do while I'll think the Cartoon Network.
Okay, Robert De Niro.
Hey, I got ska, Jer. Can you milk my network?
Okay, you did.
Hey, you skanking at me? I don't see anyone else here. You skanking with me? No. That's the only things I've ever seen Robert De Niro say. So that's it.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever said.
I guess I gotta think him.
He's never said.
Did you think Zach in yours?
Oh, I don't know. Did I?
I don't think either of us did the premise. So we'd like to thank Zach for producing our podcast, and we'd like to thank Jared from Cartoon Network for making the theme song. This is at least one of the several episodes of our podcast where the theme song's better than the podcast. So, big ups, big heps, and we're gonna do a quick impression for and we're gonna actually carry out the premise this time. Mm-hmm. We're gonna do an impression of people who are actually grateful for the people in their lives that helped them. So here goes.
I'm gonna do it
to Amy.
Can I do it as
Shenanigans?
Bob Dylan?
As who?
Bob
yes,
Dylan.
please. Thank Amy as Bob Dylan.
Thank you, Amy, for drawing our pictures. And Baba O'Reilly. Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Fuck yeah, Teenage Wasteland.
Uh-huh.
Love it.
Yep.
Wait, did Bob Dylan write Teenage Wasteland?
I mean, he could have.
If anyone could have, it was big old BD himself. Right.
BD. That's right.
So, thanks to the listeners. We're sorry for the clip show. We didn't make the clip show. We didn't lock ourselves in this closet. Yeah, I don't take responsibility for things that happen because of consequences of my actions either. So what? We fired the intern and made his life miserable and did a lot of other stuff that we shouldn't have done to him. And so what if I knew that he had the keys because I was trying to frame him for murder, and then I still walked in here and locked the doors? And yeah, maybe I did lock us in here on purpose because I just wanted to hang out with Tim more, but he's busy. So what?
Well, that's what happens when you fire your intern and they still got a key.
I like how you didn't play in the fiction at all of me purposefully locking us in here to hang out. You were just calmly responding to the rest of it.
That's okay. We'll get out eventually, Ben.
I can admit to anything while in here, and Tim will just be like, "Whatever, we're gonna be fine." I'm like, Tim, I've been pissing in all four corners, not just the piss corner.
Oh, come on! You can't.
Oh, well, that you're upset about.
You can't. So you're pissing in Arizona and New Mexico and wherever the other states are.
The other two. Yeah, I'm pissing at the center of the earth. You're right.
Cool. That's a Will Ferrell movie too.
I don't think it is. Oh, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that a movie.
A snuff
I would
film?
call it, for it to be a movie, people have to have watched it.
That is not true, Ben, and you know it.
That's true. That's true. You're right. So we'll like to say before we end that if anybody has like some internet that I can borrow for next week, that'd be tight because we record this one over a phone call. And because I tried to sign up for internet and they told me no. They said that I'm not the type of person who deserves internet and that I don't treat it right when I have it.
That's right. You're abusing the internet.
Hey, look. You gotta nuke something.
The whales.
Exactly. There we go. Back to finishing each other's
sandwiches.
Gravy train. Oh, yeah, sandwiches.
Yeah.
And once again, what's the most important rule in comedy? Carlos Mencia.
Carlos Mencia. Thank you so much, Joe Rogan.
We'll see. Yeah, thank you, Joe Rogan. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Hey, we're back from the infomercial earlier. Hopefully, if you listen to the rest of the episode, you know for sure why we're trying to sell this thing. When I say sell, I do mean that we will not charge you. Don't worry. Yeah. That was a slip of the tongue.
And it's definitely not broken. There's nothing wrong with it.
But we might pay you with a slip of the tongue if you do take it off our hands.
Yeah, or Slipknot.
Think about it. Yeah, we're not Slip. That's for sure.
Slippy the Frog.
We are the only podcast where one of us knows 0 Slipknot songs and the other one knows too many.
How many is too many?
2. I'd say 2.
I know a whole album, so yeah, fuck you.
You know what? I respect that, and next time I'm in Iowa, I'll give him a shot.
You're never going to Iowa.
You sound just like my mother. You know what? This is why I didn't want to start a podcast, because I knew every time I started a podcast with somebody, they become my mom, and I know that this is my problem, apparently, in that I have psychosis, but whatever.
Yeah.
I just...
Look, if you want someone to...
call the 1-800 number.
If you want someone to do your laundry, you just ask nicely.
You literally do sound like my mom today, because I was at her house and I had 2 loads of laundry that I brought with me. She's like, you can just bring a basket to work with you every now and then and I'll do it. And I was like, I'm not fucking the Henry David Thoreau and Walden. I don't need my mom doing my laundry.
Okay.
But I do. She is doing my laundry right now.
That's good. We're
not doing the commercial thing that I said we were doing because it did not pan out.
We should probably stop